This is Unmuted with my girls, Z and Ross the Boss. Talk about it, ladies.
Hello, hello, family and friends. Welcome to another episode of Unmuted with your girl Z and the one and only Raza Boss. What's up, friend?
Hey girl, what you doing? How you doing?
Why you gotta say it like that? Why you're being a little? I don't know, friend. I don't know.
I got a little sugar in my drink. So my
Oh,
blood sugar is
that
elevated.
makes sense. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
you're making
sugar
me
or wine.
disclose. I don't drink wine.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I'm an ad- yeah, I'm an adult. I drink liquor.
What is that
Mhm.
supposed to mean? What is that supposed to
Everything
mean?
that you everything that you assume. That's exactly what the hell it means.
Listen, we can go back and forth all day about preferred
I'll
liquor.
win.
I can do hard liquor. Can you do tequila shots?
Yeah, you said you know where you went wrong because you said lick her, and I said absolutely. So keep going.
Anyways, that is not why we're here today, family and friends. Well, anyways, we're not going to get into this debate today. Not today. Maybe in a few weeks. Not today, though. But today, and I know we keep repeating it, so I'm going to try to change it up. Today, you are in for the dessert of the Pride Month special, unmuted and unapologetic. I say this is a dessert because we save the best for last. Um, you like that, Brent? I see. You like that,
That
right?
was good. Look at you prepared. Who are you right
No, that
now?
was on the fly. That wasn't even prepared. My best work
She
happens
got
on the spot.
bars.
Exactly. Thank you. I thank you for appreciating that.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Go off.
Yeah, I tried.
Dessert though.
I tried. I
Mm.
had to for our special guests because I had to come up with something special for them because I'm just so excited to have them here today. And I know I say this all the time. I know that about myself. Everybody listening, I say I'm excited every episode, but it's the truth. So I'm not going to steal the spotlight from my friend Roz the Boss because she did bring up the idea of inviting them. And of course, without a doubt, I was like, friend, you did your big one. So, Roz the Boss, can you introduce us to our special guests?
No. Yes, I can. I'm feeling, very devilish
I
today. So,
see.
she's just, I know, I don't know. We're going to get to, how you feel today. But spicy is the word that comes to mind.
Mm.
But it is definitely my honor to introduce today's guest to Unmuted with Z and Ross the Boss. I have to tell you that this year kicked off very interestingly for me. And one of the things that was like a very eye-opening experience as a member of the LGBT community, as somebody who has been advocating for our community for a very, very long time, while I have been blessed to see some amazing queens in my life. And I know what drag means, or what I thought I knew what drag meant to our community. It was not until I met these two amazing individuals to see not only is it performance, but it's a lifestyle, it is a craft. It is an investment in time. And I think that a lot of people just, look at drag as, it's something that you just get to experience and then you go home. But you have no idea the amount of time, effort, and money, let's say money again, that goes into the craft. And it's more than just, hey, you went to a cute little brunch and you got to see somebody potentially do a cute little two-step, but it is really an art form. And when I met these two amazing individuals, it opened my eyes. And as a longtime gay, um, it opened up my eyes to community in a totally different way. So I am honored that both of them agreed to be guests on the podcast today. So without further ado, honeys, I want to introduce our family and friends to Miranda and Sean, two amazing humans, two very talented humans, and who are going to bless this mic and maybe even, give us a cute little two-step or something. I'm lying. They're not going to do that at all. You see Sean's face just now. Bitch, who said that? Nobody told you that we were giving. And number one, there are no dollars being passed around. So absolutely not will she do that. She did not stretch. She has not had her water, right? But again, I am honored that but I am totally honored that both of these folks agreed to be on the podcast today. And also, when you all hear Miss Miranda speak today, you might have heard that voice a time or 7 or 12 or
Yeah.
13.
Might sound a little bit familiar, just a little bit.
A little familiar. It's a little familiar. So, family. Yeah, yeah, you might have heard that voice before, but join me in welcoming Miranda and Sean to Unmuted with Z and Ross the Boss. So thank y'all so much for being guests today.
Whoop whoop.
And thank you for having us. Yes, happy to be here. Happy Pride Month.
Come
Happy
on,
Pride Month.
come on. Yes, period. So, you all, if you have watched the podcast, if you haven't and you're a guest,
Shame on
what
you.
the hell are you on the podcast for? What are we talking about? Get off. Unplug the mic. I definitely know Miss Miranda has been watching, but you know that our check in is normally what happens now is we do a check in to see how your heart's doing. How's this week been treating you? How's Pride Month been treating you? And the things about this administration, we just leave that outside for right now because we just amongst family and friends. We're only here to talk about good shit. So, Sean and Miranda, one at a time, because again, y'all know y'all are the double mint twins. So relax. Okay. Relax one at a time. How is your heart?
Got it. My heart is great. It is good. I'm feeling good, feeling the love in Pride Month. Um, feeling love all year. Because really, she is love. Okay. Hey,
That part.
yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I've been had the opportunity to be around some community during Pride Month already, and that's always good. So I'm feeling good, excited to be here.
Awesome. Awesome. So it sounds like there's some good energy. And if y'all can see, when I called them the double mint twins, you see what I'm talking about. This is going to be a struggle episode because outside of their giggling and hitting each other and talking over top of each other, I'm so glad that they are not a duo when it comes to drag because I don't know how that would go. Someone would be concussed or injured every time. Every time. See, look at them. Look at them.
Yeah.
Uh, so, so we're gonna check in with Z and just say, Z, baby, how is your heart today?
How can I beat that? My heart is feeling, I would say, creative, maybe. We've been having a lot of good days. I mean, hey, like you said, we're leaving the not so good at the door because it's been an amazing past few weeks, a lot of good episodes. And then so I'm excited because as we're wrapping up Pride Month, me and Roz the Boss are just spinning our wheels trying to come up with the next big thing, and the next big thing looks very promising. So my heart is feeling happy, grateful, blessed, and very creative. How about you, my friend?
Well, same. So I definitely share that same sentiment as you. But one thing I want to do is holler at my niece, Miss Desiree, who is moving on to the ninth grade. Big flex. So I want to definitely take a couple minutes to shout her out. That is a huge accomplishment as we were talking about the promotions and the graduations and things that were happening. It's also important to recognize the young people in our lives who are moving on to that next stage. So shout out to my nephew Javion, who is also going to the ninth grade this year. So um, I'm feeling very hopeful for the young people. Of course, there's always crazy things happening outside the doors of our homes, but sometimes we need to just hold on to the bright moments too. So shout out to those two young people in our lives who are moving on to high school. Let me just say to them, take that shit seriously because these grades actually count.
Yeah.
Middle school was a joke.
Yeah.
High
Basically.
school, it's not for play
It's
play.
for real.
It's not for play play.
Yeah.
It's not for play play.
I think I told Shamel that when Desiree walked, when she finished walking the stage and everything died down, I was like, "So are you excited for ninth grade? You're officially a high schooler." And she's like, "No, I'm not excited. I want to go back to middle school." And then I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Cause now it's for real. Now it counts, mom." And I was like, "Oh." Well, so yeah, she's definitely feeling the pressure already, I guess. And then but I'm very proud of her because she definitely finished the year very, very strong. And so excited for this next chapter. Even though I already lived it with my oldest, with Alexis, it just feels like I'm reliving it because they are two separate people. And I think Shamel, you know that about your nieces. So
And shout out again, Cancer energy. So I know that Desiree about to have her birthday. Mine is coming up as well. So Cancers unite. So happy birthday to the little one too. So
thank you. So are we ready? Are y'all ready for today's episode?
Let go. Let go. Born ready.
That's the energy. There you go. There you go. So as you know, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna assume that y'all listened to the podcast, we like to start it off with some random questions just to kind of get you comfortable and get the nerves out of the way, even though it doesn't look like neither one of you has a lick of nerves, but we're still gonna pretend. So um we are going to do a little speed round of a few fun questions and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes. How does that sound?
Okay, let go.
All right, Razabaz, you want to take it away?
absolutely.
She was ready for this moment.
I was. All right. This question here is for Miranda. Are you ready? Go ahead and stretch, girl.
Ooh.
All right. Go ahead and stretch. Go ahead and stretch. Go ahead and stretch. Let's get it. Let's go. All right.
Wow.
All right. All right. Ready?
Ready.
All right. First question. Trina or Beyonce?
Oh,
I already know it. Yeah. It is Beyonce. It is Beyonce all day.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Okay. Z?
dang! How can somebody beat that? So Sean, tell us when you're out there in the town having some fun and whatnot, what is your go-to alcoholic beverage?
Okay. Damn. I don't.
It'd be
There's
like
like a
that.
short list. It depends on where I'm at. But lately it's been a limoncello spritz.
Ooh,
So good.
Fancy.
I don't think I've
Fancy.
had
Guess
that
what he
yet.
didn't say? Guess what he didn't say? Wine, because he's an adult.
Miranda, get her.
No worries. Already can.
Okay, thank you. Get me together. All right. Drag me to hell. All right.
What's your choice to drink? Chanel.
Oh, listen, I drink like somebody's granddad. Look, cute. Cute. That took more.
Dang.
So so I drink like somebody's granddaddy. So mine is either an amaretto sour or a lemon drop. So either a granddaddy or a small child.
We already know that lemon drop is
I love a lemon drop though.
it's good,
Mhm.
but is it gonna get you where you need to be? Oh wait, it
Abso-fucking-lutely.
does get Chanel where she needs to be. I've witnessed that.
I'm a bite-sized human. It don't take a lot. Just give me a couple shots of Robitussin and I'm there. What you mean?
Bite-sized human is crazy.
But true, Sean. You've seen me in person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is so funny. I can't with you. All right.
All right.
You ready for the next question? What is y'all's favorite song to dance to?
Dance to perform.
Ooh.
What's the difference?
No, there's a difference.
Yeah, there is. Um, a good reggae or Baltimore house music mix gets me dancing. Okay, that gets me. I'm gonna dance until like I fall out.
Mm. Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Homosexuality is about to fall out of my mouth when I answer this question, but I love to dance to I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. It's my favorite.
Also a really good song to perform to.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a really good
cannot
song.
be the greatest thing to say in this podcast, though.
Homosexuality is about to fall out of my mouth. It's the wildest shit.
Did I zoom in on it?
But again, not going to be the gayest thing here today. So
It's fun.
That's a good one.
Mhm,
Not gonna lie.
mhm. Okay. What is one thing that you learned about yourself when you came out? One thing. First thing that comes to mind.
I have to contextualize in the answer, but resilience is the first thing that came to mind. But I didn't come out; I was outed. So I think that story is a little different from I mean, anyone who's been outed obviously knows what that feels like. But yeah. So you kind of have to learn to keep your shit together really quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Finding love in my loved ones. Because I really felt like that was not a thing. Right? I thought I should be ashamed. But seeing the loved ones cry with me for telling my truth. Finding the love, honey. Loved it.
Nice. Good answers.
That's so great.
So I have a question for y'all. Are you warmed up? Are y'all ready for the meat and potatoes?
Yes, please. I'll take my favorite medium. Load my potato up.
Got that, Jamal? All right. So I do have a question for you all. What does drag allow you to express that everyday life sometimes does not?
A side of me that I don't get to put out there. She's a little freaky. So she allows me to come out in lovely. Also, the theater kid of me, the creative side of me. I get to make my own mixes with music. I get to make my own costumes. Like, I get to paint my face to the high heavens and be somebody else and fool the kids because they don't know. They don't know what I am. They're like, "Are you a girl, boy?" In a dress, those look real. It's fun. It's the best part.
Yeah, I second like the creativity. I think that's at this point in my life kind of the role that drag plays for me. that creative outlet, but also it allows me to engage with queer culture in a way that I don't get to on a day-to-day basis. And I love that. I love gay shit. And drag allows me to be like right there in it, right? And I love that.
I'm such an agree on that one. Yes.
So the question, just to go back a taste, what led y'all to drag? Your origin story of drag.
Yeah. So I mentioned a few minutes ago that I was outed, and I was 17. So shortly thereafter, I turned 18. I was still in high school, but I started going to gay bars pretty much as soon as I could. And I remember walking into Warehouse 29 in Greensboro, North Carolina. It is now closed, but I remember walking in there, and they had a huge stage. God, I miss that stage. Huge stage. And I walk in, the bar is packed from wall to wall. And there's this person on stage with 1,100 pounds of makeup and like a feather headpiece and this extravagant costume. And I was a theater kid. And I remember looking at it like, what the fuck is that, and how do I participate? I was just immediately like drawn to it. I had never seen drag before in my life, and it still took me a year and a half or so before I decided to actually try to do it. But it was just an immediate attraction to this thing happening on stage.
For me, I was brought into it by a family of drag performers, drag kings, drag queens, and of course, seeing my first drag show at CO2 in Winston, or Club Odyssey. It was not CO2. It was Club Odyssey in Winston, and being so amazed by the beauty of them, and like, how do you do this? And amazed at breastplate, like those look real. Like, is that anyway? But yes, so I remember being so amazed by these queens, and they literally looked me dead in my face and said, "Well, you can do this too." And I just fell into love. Like, fell into love. Like, how do I do this? Real girls, like, I don't want to be a king. They're like, yeah, that's the whole thing. Drag is just the art of bending gender rules. So you can get out here and look like us, and the goal is to look like us. Have the audience guessing.
What year did you start doing drags? I don't remember.
2011 or 12.
Okay. So, all right, this is important. Miranda and I met through drag, and I had already been doing drag a few years when you started doing drag, but Miranda was like a kid in a candy store because she would sit in the dressing room at by this point it was Club CO2.
Yeah.
But she sat in the dressing room at Club CO2 and she would just watch us get ready. And like every show that you were at, like you were eyes on.
Like, I'm sorry, this is going to be real weird, but do you mind if I watch you while you paint? And I'm just. And I had to learn the craft, because I felt like if you don't know it, then you're just cosplaying the thing.
Sure.
Like, you're not learning the nuance and the beauty of it all.
Absolutely. So, if I can tag onto that question and see if you would allow. So, Miranda, I know that being a female doing drag, and I know that you get this question a lot. Have you run into any resistance? Because, traditionally people just think of it as an art form that is practiced by gay men. And I know there have been pushback from for straight men who also want to perform in drag, but for women, I know that sometimes there has maybe been some side eyes, or like, what exactly are you doing? Have you ever experienced a little pushback from community as you stepped into that space?
Absolutely. There are bars who will not book me. There are people who don't think I do enough. A lot of times the misconception behind it is that I don't do enough. I don't have to do as much as a drag queen because I don't have to do body. I don't have to stuff my bra. I don't have to do all of these things. But in actuality, I do all of those things because that's what I watch. I may not have to put on hip pads because I've got those, but I'm still making sure that I'm in a mean tight and that my costume fits right and that my stuff is pushed up to my chin, that my eyebrows are all the way up to my hairline, making sure I'm painted, crisp, and got that mean, crispy contour going on, because all the things are important. A wig, all the looks are important, and not just the look, but I know the history of it. I know why this is important. I know when I go out here, I'm impersonating my favorites. I'm not impersonating an artist. I'm impersonating my favorite local queen. But a lot of people don't see that. They just see a real girl pretending to be a drag queen. And that is not the case for me. I am in it for the artist. So yes, I do get a lot of pushback from our own community because they don't feel that I do enough or I don't have to do as much.
And I haven't been on that side of it, obviously, but I've been on the side of it where I've been in spaces where cis males, express some kind of frustration or issue with the AFAB queens or even kings. And that's always wild to me because I'm like, but if you don't feel like an AFAB queen is legitimate, then where do you land on our trans sisters and brothers doing drag? Because that just tells me you don't see a trans woman as a woman, because at that point she's a woman doing drag also. So it's just that, like, the ways discrimination emerges within drag spaces is crazy to me, because it often comes from people who claim not to discriminate, right, against other people. So it's just kind of crazy how those kind of structural things come up in drag.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know for the longest I thought that, to your point, that a drag queen was just a man wanting to be a woman. So I know that for me, Miranda, you're the first one that I know that you're a woman, and I even told Shamil, really? But again, you don't know what you don't know, right? And you don't ask because you're just like, they do it amazing. All I focus on is they did an amazing job. And if that is a man in those big heels, you're better than me because I can't be doing those big heels. Yeah, so definitely kudos to both of you. But I also know historically, I always heard stories about a lot of violence towards the drag community, and mostly because from what I know, from what I heard, it was because let's just say a man thought it was a woman, realized it wasn't a woman, and got pissed. And then, so is that a real thing, or is that more of like a hearsay, or can y'all talk about more of that dark side of it?
Yeah, so I'm not going to say that's never happened, because to be sure it probably has. But I think I've mostly heard of situations like that with our trans sisters. More so than drag. I can tell you, without going into the after dark version of this podcast, like, there are men out there I know who are interested in drag queens. They like the idea of the man dressed as a woman. There are a lot of chasers. We used to call them drag chasers back in the day. So that does happen, but I think more commonly they kind of like know what they're getting. But I've heard many stories about our trans sisters, being in situations where men didn't know and they're being violence inflicted upon them. Yeah.
Not
So-
something I've had to encounter, but as a lesbian, a straight man, well, definitely try it.
I can imagine
Mhm.
the words or what they've tried to say to convince you, Miranda. I can imagine.
My comeback is mean every time. Oh, you haven't had the right man. And I'm like, well, neither have you, but I can introduce you to a mean one.
My girl Miranda.
I love that.
So as we talk about drag, the competitive nature of it. So it is entertainment for some and competition for others. So I know that we have some title holders sitting on that there couch. So can we talk about your past titles, not only the fun aspect of it, but also the competitive nature of drag?
I love a big pageant. Okay. What a pageant does to my creative mind, it's just explodes everywhere. And it's like, ooh, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then how do I incorporate this? I end up wanting to do so much that I always try to squeeze it into something. Without enough time to do it. Without enough time. Put it all in there.
Don't talk about stealing that gown at 4:00 in the morning, the day of that pageant. Don't do that.
So there's a lot that goes into a pageant, and honestly, for me, when I do a pageant, it really of course I want to win. I also want to do very well. Like everything I do is about the art itself. Like so, I put so much time and effort into this, and then I have a team that always believes in the package I have and offers the best critiques or the best ideas or backs my ideas. And I love a good old pageant.
I do not. I competed in pageants because I felt like I had to. There are 2 titles that I have won that mean a lot to me. But outside of those 2 titles, 2 of 5, it's not like I've won a ton, but 2 of the 5 meant a lot to me. And the other ones I was just kind of participating because I felt like it's what you did. But I'm not necessarily a competitive person. When I show up to the pageant, like I want to have a good time in the dressing room. Like I want to make connections with my sister. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm there for more than anything. And of course, when you put a lot of time and effort and money and all the things into something, you want to do well, and you're disappointed if you don't win. But when I look back on my drag career, I don't often think about the pageants. You know, I think about like all the nights that we were just doing shows at CO2 and, throwing back shots and, just having a good time and having community and all the things. Preparing for a pageant, not a fan. It's so stressful and I can be a little bit lazy. Like I'm not staying up until 4:00 in the morning getting some shit ready. I'm not doing that. Therefore, I'm not going to win the pageant.
But you did win, though. But you did win.
I did a few times,
but just a few. Oh, a literal handful. What about neck and neck? How many pageants have you won?
I have won 3, but there's not a lot of pageants.
No. That's true.
But I have won 3 out of the 5 I've done.
That's a good ratio.
3 out of 5?
Yeah, I'm about 50%. I think I competed in about 10 and won.
Oh wow,
5. So awesome.
That's good too. 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
So let me.
But I competed in 77. Won 0.
And they keep coming back from a while. And drag's not expensive.
Stay home.
So let me
stop.
So let me ask you this: do any of you plan on attending or participating in any more pageants?
I enjoyed them for the creativity of it all, but now I'm getting that out in putting together a good show, a good number, a good costume, a good mix, and a really good crowd always sells it for me.
Yeah, definitely not. A few years ago, when I started doing drag again after taking a break for a few years, I started doing drag again because I thought I wanted to go compete in a pageant. And then the more I thought about like planning and all the things, I was like, I think that's where I'm at in my life right now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna show up to the shows.
I didn't even know there was pageants. That's another thing that Ross the boss was like, yeah, there's pageants, and we're gonna have the two of our guests are gonna be champions. I thought, so I'm in the presence of royalty. What?
Did not bring our crowns.
Y'all should have brought. You see,
What
I'm
opportunity?
extra. I would have brought my crown, my everything. I would have been sitting around like, I'm just kidding.
She's not kidding. She's not kidding.
Right.
No, but I love that. That would be
moment.
cool. Exactly. See?
So the question that I would have for y'all next is this. So it is difficult, number one, to put yourselves out there as just members of the LGBT community and walk in your truth sometimes, because we know and we have heard stories of what have happened to community in less than safe environments. But then you add that additional element of performing in front of folks. Now, the hope is that everyone who's coming to the show has the best of intentions, right? But as you were, and I don't know, and maybe y'all can both speak to this. Your drag personas, are they aligned with the people that you are? And is it just an extension of that? Or is it just kind of like, hey, this is an exaggerated version of a person that I would like to be? Does that question make sense?
It does.
It does. I like it. I like it. I like it. For me, she's Lovely Jackson is definitely a suppressed me, and a very good outlet to get some stuff off and some, because I, though others have told me not, feel like I'm very much an introvert, and Lovely is an extrovert. She will meet anybody. She will talk to anybody. She is ready for the show. Thank you for coming. And Miranda's like, so y'all ready to go? Hey, we'll be leaving. I had a drink. We talked. I'm done. Okay, bye.
I feel like that's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit.
Like, if it ain't my friends and a good vibe, I don't want to be here.
Mm.
I'm definitely the one like, who all coming? But Lovely's like, yeah, you want Lovely? You got it. Let me put some stuff together and she will be there.
Period. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
I think I'm usually just kind of myself when I'm in drag. I mean, I'm kind of loud and boisterous anyway. So it's just kind of amplified when I'm in drag. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just.
I learned my best lip sync from you. Right.
Did you?
For real, it was a bird in the house. Like, cause when I first started, like my mouth was barely moving, so it looks like I'm just like this. I have secrets as hell.
She whispered, honey.
And then, like my ex would tell me, no, you need to Macaria. Like, open your mouth. I can't. You don't sound like you saying nothing. Like, or it don't look like you saying nothing. I'm like, okay.
I never knew that. That's so funny.
You know how. Listen, that lip sync game is on it. Okay, every word, because sometimes I miss a beat.
We all do.
I don't remember the watermelon. I just like I remember the next one.
Y'all hang tight. I'll be back.
Let me just turn around real quick and turn my back to y'all because I forgot to do
That are too funny. They don't even need us, Ross. They don't even need us.
I told you, Doublemint twin.
That's not a bad idea.
So
Mhm.
I know that we've had different conversations with different members of the LGBTQ plus family, and so they all had a different story about the dynamic of their family, their support systems. How is it for the both of you? How are your family and friends? Are they very supportive? When you did decide to go into, like Ross the Boss says, going into drag is another element, right? You already are, part of the LGBTQ plus family, but then now you add the drag queen. What did your family say, or are they supportive, or how is that dynamic?
I at first, um, very much so was like, you're wasting your money. Like this doesn't make sense. Why? Why? What's the thing behind this? Until they saw Lovely and they were like, okay, love this. My mom, my dad, love my sister. All of them love Lovely. They have been to a show. My sister has been a backup dancer for one of my pageants. My mom, my dad, and my sister have been part of my presentation of Miss Pride Winston-Salem. Um, they are true 100% supporters and they love all the things. They currently live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they keep asking, hey, so are you ever coming to our Pride? Like, because we'd like to brag about you and bring friends out and all that good stuff. So I love how much they love it. They really, really enjoy it and contribute to it. Like when I need sponsorship, like when I was doing pageants, I've even had family members, like cousins and everything, do that. I've been to a private birthday show, or I've done a private show for my aunt when it was her birthday. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Yay.
Really, real supported.
Yay, Miranda's family.
They're so great. They're so great. I love your family. They're my family now.
Yes.
Yeah, so back in the day when I was doing shows and pageants a lot, both of my parents, my mom and my dad, and my brother, my sister, they have all seen me do drag. I think circumstances have changed a lot over the years, and a couple of my family members are still super supportive. Like my dad is incredibly supportive. Um, like I was emceeing at Greensboro Pride back in 2015, and my dad actually, he's a musician. He performed at that Pride, and I got to introduce him to perform in drag, and like that was a whole moment. That was really incredible.
It was.
So yeah, so I've had some good support from my family for sure. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yay to Sean's family.
I know. We love him. We love him, whatever. Is it this finger? Mm-hmm. That's the right one.
I don't do it because I always get confused, and then I'm like, I don't want to see
Middle.
like,
Middle finger.
So
listen, the wrong way.
So I do have a question about that since I have y'all on here. I always battle with the appropriation versus the, appropriation versus the, what's the other word for it that I'm looking for that I can't think?
Appreciation.
Appreciation versus appropriation. And then so I see a lot of people doing the, I don't know if this is even the right, because I know you
don't say it. Don't, because you about to say the wrong word. Do not.
Okay. Can we set the record straight? Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. It is silent applause because not all of us got to cheer for each other loudly in our community. So it is not clock it because nobody in our community wants to be clocked. So this is not clock it. This is a silent applause.
Y'all heard that?
Yes.
Thank you.
And please get the damn fingers right. It is the middle finger and your thumb. Middle finger and your thumb. Not
Not
that
this
is not What the fuck is this? This is not anything. That 100% is appropriation. You are picking some shit off of somebody's shirt when you are doing this.
I think
What
this
is that?
This is Baby Shark, I think.
Well, put that bitch away, because that is not where that belongs. If you gonna borrow something, and I'm gonna say this. Listen. And I'm going to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to say this with my whole chest as a Black woman. So I'm speaking to Black women in general because other people can't say it to you. I'm going to say it to you as a sister. You cannot have a problem with the LGBT community and use gestures that were shown to you by the same damn community. Period. Sis.
Yes.
So other people can't say it to you. I'ma say it to you. Okay. So again, if you do not like our community, there's some shit that you should leave alone. Okay. Just like for folks who don't like the Hispanic community, Latinos, stay your ass out of a Mexican restaurant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay your ass off a cruise ship. Stop traveling to places where the people live that you hate. Stay your ass here.
Oh, Lord.
Where you at? You love it here. You know,
Stay here.
y'all think it's
That
great
part.
over here.
Listen. And it pisses me off so much. And the conversation, and I'm on the soapbox now. Let's go off. Because we wrapping up Pride Month. Let's go ahead and get this off. What I'm going to tell you, folks, period, is this. Community needs to talk to community, and we need to chin check ourselves when we are off base. We are off fucking base. Okay. Again, you cannot, appropriation is not just what white people do to people of color. People of color do that within community ourselves also. For the things that you hate, stop using the ways that they communicate with each other, the way that they celebrate each other. Find your own shit to do.
Amen.
Period.
Amen. Amen. Point.
So,
Fucking-
I love us.
Mm-hmm.
And go hard for us, period, all the time. But at the same time, wrong is wrong. So whatever community that you represent, chin check the wrong when you see it. When you see somebody who looks like you, who is doing some shit wrong, call them on it.
Yep.
We are always telling white people we're always telling white people it's their job to check other white people. And it is.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's also our job to check us. So it is my job when I see another lesbian out of pocket for me to check her. When I see a Black woman out of pocket, it's my job to check her, because that's coming from home and that's coming from love. That's not because I'm telling you that you are beneath me. But again, when there is a wrong in our community, it's our responsibility to clock it. Clock that. That is what we need to clock. Is when we see a wrong being done. That is what you clock.
Yeah.
All right. Period. Point in the blank. So
Just saying.
We got time today.
Don't
We
come
got time today.
Don't come in here with no buenos dias, and then on the back end you hate us. Don't.
Right. I think, though, like, Shamel brings up a good point. Like, this is a pain point for our community. Our community is not good at holding one another accountable.
Accountable.
We're just not. We're not well versed in it. And I think that has to do with a lot of things. Like, the queer community has a lot of hurt people. You know, we have a lot of people trying to figure it the fuck out. And hurt people, and they a lot of times hurt people don't know how to communicate properly with one another. So, like, I don't know what the answer is, but amen to everything you just said. And can we please get better as a people about holding each other accountable? Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's go to a corner. Let's have a conversation. Who is responsible for the meeting?
Yeah.
That is the question. When do we go to a corner and we have a meeting, right? To talk about some things. Because there is, as marginalized people, we think that we can only be oppressed, but we can't do the oppressing. And that is not true. Because everybody has privilege in some place in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So again, just because you represent one or even five marginalized communities does not mean that you cannot be also doing harm.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Hey,
You cannot expect other people to be called out, but then act like you can't be called in to fix where you are wrong. Period. Point in the blank.
Yep.
So I
Right. And
and I
and it's so true because even with the demure, when everybody was saying it, I was like, why do y'all think that y'all are okay with using these words, appropriating them, and then making them something that they're not? And that was something that I would tell Shamel. I was like, I always ask her, is this really a thing? And then she's like, no, Z, absolutely not. And I'm okay. Okay. But ask,
yeah.
right? Ask if it's okay. I think that as long as you're asking out of respect, I think anybody will like check you, right? In the proper way. And then so but what you do not need to do is to appropriate of something that is not yours.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Correct.
I really
Not
use the term appreciate versus appropriate.
And there is a difference. There is a difference.
Mhm.
There is a difference. So again, and okay. And the LGBT community, so people always say this, that my alphabet mafia family. We are a very welcoming group of folks. So when folks say, why are there so many letters? I think the thing that you needs to be realized is that so many letters exist because for so long people were oppressed and not being able to express themselves. So in this space, folks can come and say, that shoe don't necessarily fit me.
Mm.
So I'm just going to make my own shoe. How does that hurt anybody else that somebody else says that thing doesn't fit me necessarily? So I'm going to create my own thing over here that feels good to me. How does somebody else feeling good about being able to see themselves represented? How does that hurt you so much? That's an internal conversation that you need to have with you and whatever God you serve.
Mm.
So and stop bleeding on people who did not cut you. You need to do some soul searching on what your issue is. If you are so hurt that somebody else has found joy in finding something that feels good to them. So when people say stupid shit like, well, why it's got to be so many letters? None of your fucking business. How about that? How about you figure out where you fit in and sit in that corner with yourself and the people who feel good to you? Because again, all of y'all wear the same kind of shoe. All this person is trying to do is find community and find those people who are their shoe too. How
I
does
think
that
the
hurt
people
you?
that have a problem with all the letters secretly are curious about one or two or maybe even three of them letters. Like, I hate that y'all have all these letters and you get your own month and oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ooh,
Why are you
I
so
could fit
pressed?
in that shoe. But I'm not gonna wear that shoe. I'm not gonna wear that shoe. Yeah, why are you so pressed? Because some of this has to be your business, unless you just don't like to mind your own.
Or
Mm-hmm.
I just feel bad because sometimes I'm like, I hope I'm not forgetting a letter. Because I'm like, but again, I have never said that's too many letters. I just because I respect the community so much and I have so many friends, family that I love. I want to be respectful, and that's a me thing. But it's never been, oh, that's too much. It's been like, let them. This is a place where they can be themselves because we already know that out here they're trying to just make it you're either this or that and that's it. Nothing else exists. So if you have your own community where you can be LGBTQ plus and whatever else, let them. What harm does that do you?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Look, the twins at it. The twins at it. The twins is at it. The twins is at it.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god.
Mm-hmm.
Double the pleasure, double the fun.
You do know this is recorded and going to be published. You better go into it. Listen, we are not trademarked. This is not unmuted with Zia Ross the boss. That is Miranda. So Wrigley's, if you coming after anybody, not us.
Not us.
But I didn't say what it was. I just sang the song because of the song. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how that
Celebration.
works.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Look, y'all done got my. I thought we was here to talk about drag. I done got all worked the hell up.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay. Bringing it back.
And the
We're bringing it back.
passion brought it out.
Hey,
There's something else about cross dressing.
listen. This was dessert. Dessert has a lot of variations.
Back.
Oh.
Back.
What would you be?
Oh, dear. I was not prepared for that question.
Did you say beer?
He said, "Dear, oh dear, I wasn't ready for that question."
Oh, I thought he said beer. I was like, is beer a dessert, Sean? What the hell?
Depends who you're talking to.
It can be. It can be.
We have
Judgment free.
we have fried beer here in the state fair. Whenever we have the state fair of Texas, we do have fried beer.
Fried beer?
I have not tasted it. Fried beer. Have not tasted it.
Good point.
As at the drink, not the animal.
Not Bambi.
Look it up. Look it up. Yeah, whenever the state fair comes around, I will show y'all. I will send y'all a picture. I've never tasted it, but I'll send a picture.
Listen, for years we have said that. For years we had said that California was going to break off and become its own continent and float away. I'm wishing that for Texas right fucking now. Fried beer. Who asked for that?
Somebody we fry everything at the state fair.
Somebody white.
Yeah, there he said it. I was thinking it, but you said it.
It was my people. I apologize on behalf of all white people. I would also like to go ahead and apologize for the raisins and the potato salad. I do not subscribe to that.
Raisins and potato salad?
We are so far off track.
Listen, baby,
We derailed this train.
But I'm gonna right the ship. We ready? We ready?
We ready?
Okay. Let's talk about drag etiquette. Right. So as performers,
Okay.
there is a couple things that I have seen that are problematic, and I want for you to, as I say it, if it resonates with you, just give me a hand lifted.
Ooh.
Okay.
got it.
All right. People who come to drag shows without money to hand the performers. You know you're coming to a drag show. Why are you without a coin? Now there are QR codes you can scan, you can tip. But people who are like, oh my goodness, I did not know. What the hell didn't you know?
True.
Where did you not know you were coming? Come with some coin. Just say, it ain't even got to be a whole lot. Just a couple dollars.
I mean,
What? So I'm going to push back gently on this. Because drag to me is such a deeply cultural thing, right? Like it is so embedded in queer culture that I do think anyone who wants to enjoy it should be able to do that. Whether you have like, I've been in situations where I've been like, I have friends performing, but I'm broke and I don't have any money to tip them. But I go anyway and I scream and I hang out with my friends, right? And I want people to feel like, even if I don't have money to give the performers, that they're still welcome in that space and they're welcome to engage with the culture and all the things. Maybe just don't sit right up front. Maybe just don't sit like just stay out of the way of the people who do want to go away.
Yes. With your camera like this.
Right.
But I ain't got no dollar, but you see, I gotta record you because oh my gosh.
In my face, now I can't even see the people who tried to pay me.
And originally you walked up that close to them because you thought they had it.
Right.
They have a phone.
Yeah.
that's the one.
So to your point about
cash. That's the one time I will carry cash.
Right. But to the point about etiquette, like, yeah, show up to the show. We want to see you. We want you to be able to engage with the culture. But like, just don't keep us from making money from the people who did bring money.
Yes. Also, etiquette would not be to walk across what is the stage for us.
Please stop doing that.
It's in the middle of a performance. If you have to be, guess what? The show has started. Hold it.
Period.
Hold it. Because you're about to walk across the stage. That's rude.
Mhm.
That is rude. Don't come to your job and like yell while you're on the phone. So don't do that to me.
Yeah. Terrible.
So there's a lot of etiquette things like growing today. Making it rain on us. We are not strippers.
Yeah, oh my God.
We're not strippers. We like it when you hand it to us. Yeah.
Okay,
we
but
do.
how?
Is it
Let
okay
me ask you this though, Miranda.
if we put it like that? Like, not touch you, but like, because I
You
like to,
can put it right there.
I like to put
'Cause I
it
kind of
in their like in the bra strap or like, yeah.
I didn't know what you were doing with your damn hand just now. I had no idea what your fingers were doing just now. You were just like, "Can I put it right there?" Where? No,
No,
it
like
sounded
right
dangerous. First of all,
because I was like, yeah, right there.
See?
Put it right there.
Because they tell you though, they're like, okay, yeah, here or whatever, and then
Also, though, enter at your own risk, because if you go to put something in my costume, or you don't know how that's put together. You don't know
true.
that garment is hanging on by, I don't know, hopes and dreams, and you just went in and met with it, so it might pop, and something might hit you in the face. So I encourage, everyone to use caution when they're fucking with drag queen costumes.
That's a risk. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. There's a way to act.
YOLO.
If I walk up to you and you're looking there and you put it there, how about I invite you to put it there?
Yeah, because I usually go with the dollar, like with the $1.05, whatever, and I'll go like this, and then they tell me where to put it. They'll either put their leg out or they'll put it like this, and then I just put it wherever they tell me. I just pay attention and listen. Follow the rules.
Yeah, there you go. We will check you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because consent is also a thing when you were a drag queen performing with people.
Mhm.
And I've definitely had people touch me in ways I did not want them to when I was in the middle of a number. And I'm like, boo-boo.
I will say one thing that perturbs me, but not many. But for me, for you to put the dollar in your mouth and want me to take it out of your mouth,
I'm not going to do that.
I don't like that. Why? Because this is the nastiest piece of paper on the world. And I also don't like. I don't know you.
Right.
Right. I'm just gonna keep out. That's usually what I do.
I'll just be like, it's still COVID.
I didn't know people do that.
I'm not going to do that.
There's nothing.
It's still COVID is wild. For sure.
It's true.
I mean,
That's why.
Somebody got mad at me one time because they had it out, like the dollar bill sticking out of their mouth, and I just like took it with my fingers, and they were like a little salty that I didn't take it out of their mouth with my mouth. And I'm like,
I could hear some salt. Okay,
I'm like, that's disgusting.
Do you know what this paper is? You don't. And there you go. Here we go. Here it is. You might as well get on the floor and lick it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. That is
So Miranda, I know, having gone to one of your shows, one of the things that I was waxing poetic about, being pissed off about, was there was a person at one of your shows who decided to give you every individual bill one at a time and sucked up every piece of a song because they wanted to slowly give you a one at a time. Now, if you give in 20s, please take your time and give them. But you're taking away the experience for everybody else because you think that you're making this grand gesture or that you're adding to the show, and you're really taking away from other people's experiences because the songs are only so long, and realistically you can only run it back so many times because y'all get tired.
True. So if it's over a $20 bill, go for it. Anything under, don't do that.
Yeah.
I might even give you giving me tens.
Yeah.
I might even let you hold me up for about 30 seconds with some tens.
And what I have done, because I have done this, is when I see that you're one of those and you keep doing this, I'm like, and yep, next one. Yeah, you still got your ones out. I'll be back around because clearly you don't understand that I'm putting on a show right now.
Yeah.
And I've got people in the speak.
Yeah. I got a job to do.
Period.
Mm-hmm. So I know that one of the controversial things that was big for drag at one point was children being able to participate in shows. What are you all's not participate, like kid performers in drag is
Correction.
it it could be a thing in the future, but kids attending kids attending shows. I know that that was a big topic of conversation the last few years. What are you all's thoughts on young people being at shows?
I'm not even gonna hold you. Every pride I go to, I do make sure that I grab me the first little person that is tipping me and pull them up, and we'll dance together, and I'll let them go right back because I feel like a lot of times, especially. I can look at a little girl, little boy, and I can see the twinkle in their eyes of amazement and like, wow, this is so beautiful. I love what she does. Like almost like that. I wish I could do this type thing to the point where I'm gonna be like, here's your second. Here's your moment. Um, there's so much in that and so much that enriches them and that they learn from this experience. And it's to be honest, they really just they see it as a performer. Like this is a famous person. This is like a Beyonce to them. This is a Cher. Like this is important to them. And they feel that. So if they're there for a reason and they've got good parents that are teaching them good lessons and letting them know to love everybody. And I will embrace that. I love the kids. They always love us because we're probably safer than most places they go to. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. Yeah, I know it's unmuted, but that's safe.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all of that. And there's something I think really kind of liberating for the entertainer to engage with shit because it's almost like sometimes I see myself in young people.
Absolutely.
Like, and when when I see myself, I see like what the possibility could have been, right? For some of us who didn't get that type of exposure growing up to get it. And I don't know, it's just really fun. Like when I first started doing drag, there was this woman who came to the bar and we became friends and she had a little daughter. And she brought her daughter, Latrice Royale from RuPaul's Drag Race was performing at CO2.
Yeah.
And
she is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. But her daughter, this woman who I met through the clubs, her daughter loved RuPaul's Drag Race. So she arranged with us to bring her daughter to the back door of the club so that Latrice could go out and meet her daughter and take pictures and whatever. And I have kind of stayed in touch with this woman all these years. Her daughter is grown now. She just graduated college. And she has grown up to be like just the kindest, smartest person, and I look at someone like her and I'm like, she was at every Pride festival. She was coming to the back door of bars to meet drag queens, and she's a normal, kind, smart, successful human being. Like, what's the harm,
Her kindness.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just being understanding and accepting of other people. Like, what the fuck is the harm in that?
Love is more universal than hate.
But also, I'll add that the argument that like drag shows are perverse I had never participated in a show where there have been present children, where any entertainer was doing any, like, we're adults. Drag entertainers are adults. We know what's appropriate to do in front of a child,
And what's
and
not?
we know it's not appropriate to do it in front of a
Yeah.
child. It's the difference between performing, I don't know, Trina and the Wheels on the Bus. Like, we know which one to pick for which show.
Right, exactly.
And I think that I've seen it where it's like 21 and over, right? Certain shows, and then so you know that might be a little bit more on the spicier side. But then the regular, I've taken my kids, and there's been like parties for my grandma, and we've hired drag performers, and my nieces, my kids were there. It was a blast, and nothing that I wouldn't do, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
okay. And in front of kids is what I meant.
Not the whale, it's the whale.
well, and I'm still my well has not changed because I'm just like, the debauchery there, Miss Z. I could see, like, I would side eye having my children around you. I don't know what you would do. I'm joking. I love you, kid.
She's so unserious. She was so unserious.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, if this was unmuted after dark, it'd be a different story, but it's not.
Correct. It's not. So, first, thank y'all for your transparency. Thank you for the adjustment to the crown, Sean. Also, with the hey, we can have strong opinions, and that opinion can still be wrong. But what we just talked about is accountability within community. So, thank you for also adjusting my crown and my perception of having money when it comes to a show. Because again, I get it. There have definitely been times where I was eating hot dogs out of the dollar store, but I still showed up for a thing, and maybe shouldn't have tipped a drag queen, and maybe should have upgraded it to a McDouble instead of those hot dogs from the dollar store. But but I just want to say thank you for the perspective of
Yes.
the fact that everyone should be welcome in community, even without, the sometimes having the money necessary. Because I think all of us know what it's like to not have and feel like we don't belong or don't have access to a place because of our lack of having. So thank you for that correction there, friend. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah. 100%. Thank you. Because I know that when I go to a drag show, I'm like, I have to take money. So if I don't have money, maybe I'll stop myself from going. And it's like, no, to your point, it's still good to go support and cheer you on and all the things. So you put it in perspective for me. Of course, I do like to go up there and put money. I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of those.
It's a great tip, because ain't nothing more worse than a dry audience.
Oh my God.
You're like, hold up, I ain't playing some crunk music, and y'all got the nerve.
Wow. It's the one.
The cheers if you ain't got the money, please.
There you go.
Come on, you hear the music. Let's see this costume. Do you know how long this face took?
That part.
This face
Yeah,
took
yeah.
me 2 hours.
Yep.
That part. To get
So money or bring the vibes, but 100% or both.
yes,
Come on, vibes. Yes.
100%.
It has truly, truly been a pleasure, y'all.
really
and a conversation that has made my heart smile. You are beautiful humans inside and out.
Listen,
And
yeah.
always good cut up, a good cut up and a good key. Right. So I love I love seeing your friendship and your connection, because what you all see is who they are. Period.
True.
Every time I've had the honor and blessing to be able to be in their presence, that is who they are. And just a good time all the way around. Even in drag, they are cutting up together in a corner. And I'm like, mingle. What are y'all doing in the corner?
But we
Go
got
talk
shit
to
to
everyone
talk.
else.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I will say this. Y'all had one job today, and that was to close out Pride Month with a bang, and y'all delivered. Y'all understood the assignment. So
Mhm.
I didn't expect nothing less. I didn't expect nothing less.
Yes.
Mhm. But we appreciate you so much.
That's good. That's a good thing. So listen, every time when we're gonna close up on Muted, we like to leave our family and friends with some positive words, some words of affirmation, any good quotes. We know times are rough right now, but if you could just say something to all of our family and friends out there listening, what would you want to leave them with?
My favorite quote is one of so many of Maya Angelou's of I am changed by what happens to me, but I am not reduced by it.
Mm,
Ooh,
I love that.
Yeah.
yeah, good
Yes,
one.
y'all. Yeah, I don't. So I would just say, like, I like to remind people every single Pride Month. I love to get on my soapbox for a minute and remind our community that Pride was built on protest, and that drag queens and trans women, and specifically trans women of color, have led this movement for queer rights. And now, 50 years, right? 50 years later, is not the time to take our feet off the gas pedal. there's a lot more work to do. And back to the conversation we were having about accountability, we all need to get better about communicating with each other. We're not all going to like each other or get along, but at the very least, we can find some common ground enough to do what the fuck we got to do to get through what we're going through.
Yes, younger community members know that you didn't get here without a struggle from the older ones. So learn something. Okay.
Period.
And I think to tag on to that though, Miranda, too, for the older ones, understand that your job was not to hold the baton forever.
Mm.
It was to prepare it to hand to the younger generation so that they can. So you cannot critique where you did not prepare. So if you are the keeper of all of the knowledge and all the facts and you did not prepare the next generation to take it, then shame on you. You do not get to critique them harshly that they don't know because you also did not teach.
Absolutely. You are
Mm-hmm. So as always, family and friends, we give you our hearts. We give you our words. We remind you that we are not therapists. We are just some bitches with a mic. So, so truth, right?
I mean,
It's the truth. But we just want to say thank you for again tuning in with us, for trusting us, for lending us your ears, for the time that you allowed us to have it. And again, Miranda and Sean, thank you for blessing us with your presence. It has truly been a blessing. And I guess we'll see y'all next episode, right?
sending you all
To-
love.
Thank you for having
Of
us.
course. Don't forget to be brave and always stay unmuted. Bye.
Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. And always staying unmuted.